How's it going, Scrub Gamers? Welcome back to another video here at Scrub Games, and today we're going with another of our top 10 staples from set 1, and this time we're going over green. So we've been over the red and blue ones. If you're interested in playing red or blue, go ahead and check those ones out. For now, we're going to go over what I feel is the top 10 green staples from set 1. But before we do get into that, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Helps us out greatly because we're on our way to 1,000 subs still, and you can help us out with those things, mainly subscribing, and also you can get a notification bell to get alerts when my videos do drop, so you can then watch them there and then, or know they're available to watch at a later date. But any little helps, and with that out of the way, let's get into the video and check out what I think are the top 10 green staples from set 1. So, starting off like we did the other ones, super combos. Every deck you build should have super combos, because you run 4 super combos in a deck, and it's a deck building keyword skill, meaning, you can only run 4 copies of any card with super combo. I mean, you can have a mixture of them, or you can just have 4 of any one. And like with the other super combos, green also gets just 2, one from the starter deck and one from the main set. And unlike, well, similar to red, but unlike with blue, you're not going to be, there's not like, there's a big difference between the two. It's not like blue where the only difference is the characters. In green, just like red, there is a good difference in which one you run. And the main one you're going to be running and want to run is King Vegeta, because even though they both have the same stats and effects, King Vegeta is different by its name and traits, because King Vegeta is a Saiyan, whereas Yamcha is just an Earthling. And we'll see there are some cards in it that require that basically references a Saiyan, like some of that you can benefit of, and you can get more benefit from the Saiyan ramp cards using King Vegeta than you can with the Yamcha. So if you're playing any either of the 2 Saiyan leads, you're going to be wanting King Vegeta. With the Android leader, it all comes down then to personal choice. You can still run the Saiyan lead, which mainly you're going to get from getting the starter deck anyway, but is mainly like Saiyan leads, going to be King Vegeta. Everyone's you could be using Yamcha, if you want to, depending on your choice. But you definitely want to be running 4 super combos, because unlike with most cards where they can combo over 0 combo, 5k combo, 10k combo, super combos when combo from hand on your opponent's turn give you an extra 10k combo, meaning a 20k combo from one card, meaning you can use less resources out combo a dangerous swing than using a load of cards to help do it. So you definitely want to get 4 copies of these, and they're just beneficial in like great defense when you get clapped down. So that's number 1. And number 2, we have the boss cards. Similar to the other ones, we've got boss cards, and green has a fair few selection of them. Green has a fair few boss cards, and all of them have 0 combo costs, which is a good thing. It's a nice way to balance it with how they've changed it from Masters for this game, and it's a really nice way they've done it. And green, their boss cards are a lot more expensive because green is the ramp color. So even though they cost a lot more, you're not going to have much problem getting them out, because you'll be ramping up your energy to get more energy to play out these big boss cards, and the bigger they are, the stronger they are. Now, green also gets a double striker in the Android 17 and 18 card. It's a little bit higher in that it costs 1 more, and it's 5k up stronger. But it's got the same combo cost, and it's got the same thing where it's got double strike plus an on play. And its on play is choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, cost 2 or 3 or less, and KO them. So green's kind of identity is ramping plus also focus on like KOing cards, but mainly on ramping. And it's really nice. And you also got Broly as another one, which is the only card really that has the ability to pop any card, because it's on play is draw one card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards to KO it. So green has access to the only card that can KO anything, no matter what the cost. Now, like red kind of has, you might think red kind of has that in basically the fact that it can use Kamehameha, the combos like 30k less. But then it's not comboing anything, they still use ever cards if they want to hit things higher than that. Whereas Broly's just KO anything. And 8 costs might seem like expensive, but since you're in a ramp color and you can ramp like a lot of cards in green ramp, is not an issue. The only issue with this card is the lack of combo power. And also, it makes up for the fact it doesn't have double strike by when attacking. Once Plutonium switches to active mode, means it's a dual attacker. So yeah, like green kind of has like, the benefit of having like 2 kind of almost double strikers compared to the other colors, but it does have it does cost a lot more, and there's a lot less combo power on them. So it depends on what you want, because there's so many of them that you have to kind of work out. Like you don't want to place it of all of them, but you do want to have like at least some copies of each, so you can then depend on how you play. If you want maybe more double strikers, more of them, but they give flexibility, and like you got the androids being double strike, Brody being a removal and then ever cards being that are zero cost combo boss cards in them, having ever ways to kind of do things you want to do. But you definitely want the boss cards, it just comes up to you and your personal preference. How many of each one you want to play, and if you want to run some and not run any, it comes down to you on those, but you definitely want the boss cards. And definitely add into your collection if you plan to play green. Then we got the search card. So like we saw, red does have search cards, but they're more in their extra cards. There's not too many in their battle cards. But green has some good search cards in like their one costs, and they've got one for each of the different kinds. Because green is separate, just like how red is separated into Universe 6 and Universe 7. Green is separated into the Sea Fighters, the Saiyan Earthlings, and androids for the android deck. So you got the android 20 here, which is on players. Look at the top 5 for an Android 17 or 18 card. Add one to your hand and put them at the bottom of your deck, the rest of the bottom of your deck randomly. And Gohan has the looks for a saying. So Gohan's a little bit better. It's the same, better trait than names. The Android one looks at the names, Android 17 and Android 18 specifically, whereas Gohan just looks for a card that is a Saiyan. But the difference being is that while it looks for a Saiyan, it only looks for 5 or less, so you can't grab super combos. That'd be too good. There's only one card that really looks for super two super combos, which is Apple in yellow and the U7 the Universe searches in red. But yeah, Gohan still looks for any Saiyan that's 5 or less, but only looks at top 3 because there's such a wide variety in Saiyan. Whereas Android 17 and 18 look for specific cards isn't as great. So the Android one looks for top 5 for specific androids, whereas Gohan looks for Saiyan. And the great thing is, remember that Saiyan is also a trait, meaning that it goes on extra cards. I mean, you can look for extra cards, not just battle cards with Gohan, which is a big benefit over Android 17. So they both play into the benefits for each one. So Android looks for the good Android cards, help find if they need like the one drop ones, and you want the 4 cost ones, any of those ones, just basically add more cards for the deck a little bit easier and find things they want. Whereas Gohan helps find cards for your ramp or cards that are just beneficial for you and very nice. Like it doesn't look as many, but still you may whiff sometimes, but you will find its benefit of finding the ramp cards outweigh the negative of only looking at top 3 and potentially whiffing. So you definitely want, depending on what you play, Androids or Saiyans, you definitely want to get your hands on playsets of these. Then we got the extra ramp cards. So there's extra cards in green that ramp cards, and you have benefits depending on which one you're running. So you have the field card, which is ramp for the androids, and you have the destructive strength from the starter deck, which helps for the Saiyans. Now they both cost the same, just they have different benefits. Whereas destructive strength is just a one-time use of put the top card of your deck into energy, so a one-time use of free energy, ramp from top of your deck. Whereas the androids is a more permanent and consistent one, but doesn't go off straight away. So you got destructive strength, which as soon as you use it, you ramp a card and can use it straight away. The Android one, you pay for energy, but unless you're doing it when you've got 4 energy or more, it doesn't ramp straight away. But then when it does ramp, it's consistent every turn. You're increasing your energy by 1 every turn. You're not increasing the amount of energy you can use that every turn by 1. You're increasing your overall energy by 1. So the turn after, you're 1 more energy than you were the previous turn without charging. Now they both have their benefits. You're always going to run the Jiro if you're running androids, but if you're running the Saiyans, you can be running destructive strength. So these are ones you definitely want to pick up playsets of, depending on what you run, if it's Saiyans or androids. Then we got the battle card ramp. So there are battle cards as well that ramp, and the main 2 ones we've got is Turtles and Goku. There is a Vegeta SR as well, just only put 2 on the time because some cards like this split, and sometimes they're useful, but these are mainly the ones that have the bigger benefit in the games. Because battle cards are really nice for ramp because you can then at certain points stop worrying about charging and just play your battle cards out with also ramp, so you don't have to worry about charging card from your hand because the battle card you're going to play will ramp you anyway. Unless you're desperate to get up as quickly as possible by burning cards in your hand. And they have nice beneficial effects because you have like Turtles, which when it comes down, ramps a card from your drop that's 3 or more into your energy, so not taking a card from the top of your deck, which could be random and maybe hit cards you don't want to hit, and not ramping from hand, it ramps from drop. Plus, it's a 30k critical attacker, so not only buying some nice pressure, denying your opponent resources it swings at lead, being on a big body, but it also ramps from an area you don't care about and is not going to deny you cards you might want. Whereas the Goku, when it's played, or when you sack off an energy to your drop, then you get to place the top card of your deck from into your energy and rest mode. So when it comes down, unlike Turtles, it takes a card from a place from the top of your deck, meaning that you can hit something you don't want, or maybe you don't care about, depending. It's just more of a chance of hitting something you might want to have in hand instead of your energy. And it comes in rest mode, so you can't use it straight away, but it triggers not only on play, so it not only ramps you a plus on play, but it ramps every time you sack energy, so it mitigates the negative some effects, like the Broly lead when it tries to draw, or a go home when it tries to get a free buff every turn. Like these mainly make it a target, like a big target, but then they have benefits because Turles applies more pressure and things you want to attack with, while also ramping from an area you don't care about. Whereas the Goku has a prolonged benefit, but mitigating your negative effects, while also ramping from an area that could hit cards that you don't really want to hit. Like hitting a super combo off the ramp for the Goku can feel bad, and make your opponent know that that's one super combo out of the way you have to worry about, but also as a recurring ramp over and over again. And sometimes you want to curve because on turn 3 you want to use the extra card ramp to ramp from 3 to 4. So as soon as you have free energy, ramp as soon as possible. But depending if you're going first or second, you have an energy marker, and if you use an energy marker to do that, you're essentially turning the energy marker from temporary energy to permanent energy. Which can mean if you're going first, you ramp that free energy into 4, so next turn you charge and go into 5, so you can start playing these. But if you're going second and use an energy marker as part of those 3, you then next turn charging into 4 energy, and now you're one off of playing these, but lucky you got the Vegeta, which also comes down and ramps just like Turles from your drop, but like Goku ramps it in rest. So you want to look at the battle card ramp and basically just have a look and see if you want, like what ones you want playsets of, having one of each, because they have benefits. Like while these two are both 5k combos, which isn't the best, the Vegeta, while ramping on only 4 energy, is still 10k combos, so it could have benefits in that as well. So there are battle card ramps you want to grab. It depends on what ones you want to run and what deck you're playing. Because sometimes with androids you might not want to ramp as much with battle cards because you got the consistent one, but for Saiyans you definitely want to get multiples of these. Then we go into Cantrip. So just like the other colours, every colour's got a Cantrip. Just Goku is more in one that comes in the first set rather than the starter deck for green, because they wanted to make because where the benefit of Broly is being like a bigger lead and ramping, they kind of mitigate the power of it. So they put the Cantrip in this main set. But still, it's a very good one because it makes use of your energy early. Same with like the searches, making use of your early energy that you can't really like. You don't want to waste your one energy in turn 1, you want to make use of it, so playing a Cantrip to just draw for your deck a little bit quicker to find those ramp cards to help get you ramp on curve, and also having cards to combo off defensively to help defend to get you into later turns is very beneficial. So no matter what colour you're running, you want to get a playset of this 100% for any colour. Then we got healing, so that's one other thing that kind of green has. The green kind of has two, well, green kind of has two, like, well, every I would say that green also has like KOing. KOing is kind of like destruction is one of green's identities, but green kind of has three. Like where red has power reduction and also like power reduction is the main thing red's known for, and it's like its destruction is power is and it's got the like removal not tied to cost cost, which is like its kind of identity, but mainly the power reduction and being aggressive as well. Then you got blue, which is mainly like bottom decking things, bouncing things, and mitigate like having a mid-sized hands. It's kind of like almost got free as well. And you got green, which kind of has the ramp as its one of its identities. KOing is part of his everyone identity, and also like it's the only color that kind of heals, and that heals through so far only one card, but then it could be more in future. And it's through the Gohan. That is a big battle card. But then with green being the ramp color, it's going to get up to 6 energy very quickly as long as you see your ramp. And this is really nice. I mean, it makes it so even though you have to go down to 4 life to awaken with any of your leaders, you can still go up higher than that and make it so like your opponent's got to do more damage than just a standard 8 just to kill you, because you can play out this, which remember as well, for 6 energy you're playing a 35k body, which is a big body to attack over or even remove 6 cost, meaning most of the removal doesn't really touch it unless it's not cost base. 35k power is big, even as combo power as well, and it's on play adds a top card of your deck to your life, meaning you got more life, less damage. There's more damage your opponent has to do to kill you, and less life you have to worry about. And this is really nice because if you do it over and over again, you just keep healing, putting these bodies out. And there's a way to recur this as well using the Enter 16 battle card. I didn't add it with this because we're just focused on healing, not recurring it. And it's just a really nice one. Just bring out a big body to help push pressure, and just keep adding on and applying it to your opponent, just basically beating on your opponent to like end the game. But also healing yourself is fantastic. And while you might not want to place it at this, you definitely want to have 2 to 3 of these because it just comes in handy. If you've got nothing else to turn, you don't see any big boss cards. You've got these ever kind of mini boss cards that comes down. Also very strong, but also do a beneficial effect in healing you as well. And it's something unique to green, which just feels really nice. Hopefully we see more healing cards in the future, but currently it feels like a something only green has that other colours don't have, which is nice. And then we come to the secret rare. So in the first set, there's only two secret rares, and they're only for red and green. So while blue and yellow lose out, they hopefully gain something in the next set. For now, green and red gain the benefit of having secret rares, and unlike masters, you can play you don't only play a 1 copy of a secret rare. You can play 4 copies of a secret rare because there's no ultimate tag. Ultimate is not a thing in Fusion World, unlike masters. So it's more like one piece where you can use a full playset of them. But they are balanced out by even though you can run full playset of secret rares and they do have strong effects. They also have 0 combo power, so if you want to use them to defend yourself in hand, they're useless. But when they're on board, they provide some strong effects, but they do come at a cost as well. So like for a green, its secret rare is Sun Gohan, which is a 7 drop, 50k power. So 50k power is huge, enough to scoff at. It's very hard to get rid of this, being it's a high costing, big battle card, so you could be like spending on quite a few things just to get rid of this, or just leaving it alone and hoping that it doesn't run you down. But its effect is very strong, so even if it costs a lot, it's in green, which is the ramp color, which you don't have to worry too much about things being big, because you're going to be ramping up energy to be able to play these as quickly as possible. And its effect is very strong, one of the strongest in the game, because it's on players discarding a card from your hand, similar to Beerus discard from your hand. But this one allows you to choose all your opponent's battle cards that cost 5 or less, KO them, but then this card can attack for the turn. Now that is insanely strong. A board wipe, which, if you look at this, this is everything and anything in both green. No, sorry, it hits everything and anything in both yellow and red. Also blue, but blue has 1 card that can kind of get out of this, which doesn't hit, which is Goku Black, which is then once again a late game card, which is going to come down a bit before that. But being able to board wipe like 3 of the other 3 colors is just insane, which is why green is one of the best color in the game currently, because that's things like this, while also having some very good mechanics like ramping and things like that. So just adding this to it, and you don't have to you have to run this alongside the other boss cards, but then being how strong it is, 50k can't attack the same turn. But say if you don't need to use the board wipe effect, you can still mitigate the fact that it can't attack the turn by not paying the cost of the effect, which then won't trigger the effect. So if you play this card and don't discard for the cost, you won't get the effect and nuke a board, but you'll be able to attack. But if you do discard, you will get the effect of the nuke your opponent's board 5 or less, and then won't be able to attack. But then wiping your opponent's board so you can, and then waiting until the next turn to attack is still gonna be good, because unless they reapply that all those cards back, which they could probably spend turns accumulating, you can then just basically start swing with this afterwards, and you've done a good job in wiping their board. And this is such a good card. That's one of the scariest things when playing any of the other colours. And then we got battle tricks. So green also does have battle tricks, and it does have some optional ones. Like it has mainly 2 really. The main ones it has are these 2, being the gigantic meteor and brother sister combination. Now you got 1, being the brother sister one, being opponent's turn, which allows you to combo 20k, add a 20k power to a leader or battle card defensively, which is still good for 1 energy. But then it's got a benefit where if you have another benefit, which is if you have 15 or more cards in your drop area, which is more like way late game, which is when you don't really need the ramp, you get to add a free cost of more card from your battle area from your drop to your energy. So it does add a good benefit, but you mainly majority of times going to pay 1 energy for 20k, which is good. You're not going to get the ever benefit most of the time until you're like way late into the game. And then we got gigantic meteor, which is an either player's turn. Just like in the starter decks, if you choose your leader or a battle card and get 15k power a turn. But if you've got 6 or more energy, it gets an additional 10k power. So if you've got 5 or less energy, it's a 15k for 1 energy. That's it, just 15k for 1 energy. But if you've got 6 or more energy, it's 25k for 1 energy. You can get a bit. So later games to it, since the aim of the game for green is to ramp to play your big things, you're going to get the benefit of this being 25k for 1 energy a lot easier than you are going to get for 15k, and that's really good. And you can always get some of these in starter deck, whereas the brother sister combination comes in the the set 1. Now it depends if you want to use the battle tricks at all, or how many you want to run of each, and depending if you care about if you're using them defensively or whenever, it's up to you, but these are definitely ones you want to pick up if you're playing green. And then for the last one, is removal. And this comes in different forms, because green has a fair bit of removal, and these are the two like the best kind of ones, but they're limited to what they hit. Because you got Gohan, which has the benefit of being a battle card, meaning that you can actually play it and has combo power, but it costs 5 energy and hits only 4 costs or less when it's played. So it still hits a fair few battle cards, not big boss cards, but most of like the every kind of things. And someone playing in is 30k battle card to attack with, so good power, good combo, good effect, just high costing. Whereas Big Bang Attack is a 2 cost, which can reduce down to 1 if you've got 6 or more energy. But then to get its removal, it hits 5 or less, so it's a bit more than Gohan. But it hits, you have to sack an energy off. Now, the benefit of Big Bang is you can mitigate that energy off by using the Goku. But then that requires more setup, where the Gohan is just come down 5 energy and pop something 4 or less. So the other benefits, depends what you want. Like most people will run the Gohan because it's just still a taking combo, and you can remote copy these and still use it beneficially as more copies, because it's taking combo. With Big Bang Attack, you might run a few copies just for a cheap removal when you don't want to use too much energy. You want to play something big alongside getting rid of something. So it all depends on you, but you definitely want either of these two in your deck, and you didn't want to pick. You also want to get these cards if you're playing green for Fusion World. And that is it. That is it for green for this one. So hopefully you've that was really helpful and helped you out with understanding if you're looking to play green for Fusion World. And stay tuned, as the next one we'll be doing is covering the last colour being yellow. So thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one going over yellow. Bye for now.